Hi guys, my name's Olivia and I have made this video in order to help you guys create your intake form. For the second year internship, I traveled to South Africa and worked for the iconic brand Patagonia, and I did some brand awareness for them. From my experience, I cannot stress enough how important your intake form is. So firstly, I'm going to go through the form and explain the most important parts and what action you need to put into the form. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give a few do's and don'ts of what you need to watch out for your intake form in order for it to be successful. So the first section that students make the most mistakes in is question 2. Question 2 is based around why you chose this internship. Did you choose it because you're interested in that stream of the course, like high performance, sports commerce, or sports development? Is it because you've never experienced anything within that stream and you would like to experience something? Maybe it's because you have experienced something in it, you've shown a little bit of interest, and you want to be exposed to it further and dive into it further. Maybe it's an organization that you're really passionate about and feel like you can learn a lot from. Maybe it's another part of the program like marketing or social media where you've seen that maybe you could be good at it. But this is the real reason why you want to do this internship. It's the core reason for deciding to go to this place, to go to this foreign country and do this internship. Once you've explained the reason and the choice behind your internship, you need to explain the objective behind it. So obviously there is a fundamental reason of what it's going to give you, what you're going to make of it, what you're going to learn and grow from it, but there also needs to be an objective behind the internship. So that can be marketing a brand or a product, maybe increasing participation in a certain sport, maybe creating awareness for a sport within a country, or running some events, or maybe creating a new team or a new sport within an organization. So this is the objective around the reason that you're going to be doing your internship. So then you're also going to need to dive into the problem and what you're going to be solving. Even if you think you don't have a problem, every student solves a problem for the organization that they work for. This can be brand awareness, participation, increasing social media awareness. So you're going to dive into a group of questions around your problem. For example, where it stems from, who's it impacting, when did it start. You're going to fill in these questions about the problem that you need to solve. And this is the end of your question 2. So the next section is question 3. And this is your main question and your sub-questions. So your main question helps you to answer the problem. If you've got a problem with participation, then your question will surround what can you do in order to improve participation. What's very important here is that your question needs to be SMART. All of you guys know what SMART means. You need to take apart your problem and create a question around it that is very smart. Once you have your main questions, then you can subdivide into smaller questions. These smaller questions help you to answer your main question. It makes it easier, more attackable, more bite-sized. So the next question is question 4. The basic thing you need to know about question 4 is that our level of internship is a organizational level, not strategic level. And this means that we fall under level B of the Zelcom complexity model. So this is the operational level. And when you go further, you will go higher up in complexity and independence, and therefore increase to different levels. When you're in the third and fourth year, for example, you'll be in a higher Zelcom complexity model. So for the moment, you are in level B, and everyone doing the internship is in the same level. So the last section I'm going to talk about is question 5, and question 5 is the biggest part of your intake form. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have your question 5 perfect when you get your form submitted. So basically this is divided into 3 sections, and each of these 3 sections is what you're going to be evaluated on and what you're going to be eventually graded on. So you will directly take what you put in these 3 sections, you will put them into your evaluation form, and then you will see how the grading works, and you'll be graded on each of these parts. Once the final version has been approved, then that is what you're going to be evaluated on, and that's the task and things that you're going to do. we're going to start with the first part, part 1. This is the practical side of your internship. It's about the practical elements of your internship and what they will entail in terms of what you'll be actually trying to achieve. So there's success of events, success in increasing participation, increasing social media followers. This needs to be supported by a SMART definition and how you're going to prove this. So say, for example, the success of events. So that can be defined by the supervisor's happiness with the event, or if it's you need to increase the followers of the Instagram account by 10%, then you'll say in the proof, you'll say at the moment there are so many followers, and therefore your goal is to get so many followers, and the proof is to get those followers. This part of the intake form, a lot of students don't realize how seriously your grading is taken on this. If you do not achieve what you've set out to do, doesn't mean you're going to get a bad mark, but you do miss a chance of getting a really high grade, like a 9 or a 10, because this part of your intake form is what proves what you're going to do. The next part is part B, and part B involves the products, the papers, or the videos that you're going to create during your internship. So these products are not what you hand into the university. They're not for your coach, although your coach can see them. These are for your supervisor specifically. And this is also a great way to leave behind a legacy. If you create a product for them, like a paper, an event plan, an evaluation plan, or something that they can use in the future in order to create events or do things like that. So this is the actual physical products that will be used in order to achieve your goals. So for example, I ran an event, I made an event plan, I made an evaluation plan, and I also made an overview schedule called the Gantt chart. So those were my products, and my proof was obviously the products were handed in and given to my supervisor. And then the KPIs are the key performance indicators, and these are the indicators that indicate if you've achieved what you've done or haven't done. So final part 3, this is more to do with your personal development. So this is what you need to look at, what you want to achieve, what you want to develop, what you want to grow, and this can link to the reasons why you chose your internship as well. It can be about learning from the organization, networking, understanding professional environments. It's the factors that you personally view that need to grow within you. Maybe it's working within a team, leading a team, working on dynamics of being a team leader. Maybe it's other skills that you want to pick up on, communication skills, networking skills, business skills. And these things might not be things that you will specifically do. So it might not be, you might not be helping the networking or communicating department of your organization. However, this is something that you need to put forward that you really want to get involved in and try. So for example, you can go to meetings, you can network people, communicate people, you can create a network by going to the meetings that you're not meant to be in, but that you're allowed to be in because of this goal. So this is something that you really need to think about, and what you personally want to achieve from this internship and what you want to grow from this internship. These 10 weeks that you get given to travel abroad or go to an organization, work for them, learn from them, is an absolutely phenomenal experience, and it really gives you the chance to grow and develop and figure out what you want to do, and really put into practice what we've been doing for the past year and a half. So when you get to your internship, you're going to be using things that we've learned. You're going to be interacting with people and understanding all the reasons behind the sports classes and the management, and it all comes into play and all comes into practice. So guys, I know this was quite a long video, but these were the most important parts that I found were difficult with doing my intake form. I hope that I've given you guys a bit of advice, a bit of explanation on how you're meant to fill it out. Please don't be afraid to ask people and ask for advice. And also check out my second video, which will be a short little summary of the do's and don'ts on your intake form. So good luck with your intake form, guys, and good luck with your internships.